center is just around the corner. Addition or a bathroom renovation study, you know, there always seems to be something else. And for us, in our case, it really had to do with the City of New York and the permits that we needed for our boiler inspections and for, which then allow us to contact Con Ed to get a gas meter. The reason a gas meter obviously and a boiler are important is obviously so you can have heat in the building. We have continued construction throughout the winter without heat. We've actually brought in portable heat and been able to do everything that we can do in the absence of heat. We are building, as I have said before and I said back in January, we are building a very unique structure. It is a green building, first and foremost, but it's also a building in a building. And so the Department of Buildings, every time they would go to look at our boiler application, they would keep looking at the boiler for what we call base building, the high rises of 23 and 24. And they kept mixing up whose boiler they were looking at. And so 4 different departments at the Department of Buildings have to sign off. And so 4 different places this all had to be explained over and over and over again. We just recently had our boiler inspection and the boiler was approved, which then means that you have to battle Con Ed to get your actual gas meter. We are in the process of getting the gas meter turned on, but in the meantime, everything else that could be done in the community center that didn't require heat. So for example, let me tell you about something that requires heat. In order to lay the gym floor down, the wood actually has to acclimate, and it needs to be in a conditioned environment. So the heat and the temperature need to be the appropriate temperature so that the wood, which expands, can expand appropriately and we don't end up having buckling and a really damaged gym floor. You get one shot to get it right, and we want to be sure that we get it right the first time. So no one wants to have this building open more than the authority. We are deeply sorry for any delays that it may have caused. Out of our control in that regard. You will notice if you peer in next week, you will see people actually filling the pool. The pool will be filled. The lockers are all in, all the gym equipment is being held in storage until all the floors are put down. It is, the soonest that we can open it, we will open it. So I assure you that you will not be disappointed. It will be a superb facility the day that it opens. Dan Cohn, BPCA was supposed to hand over Asphalt Green facility in November. Spring sessions are now canceled. Can you personally commit that AG be open for summer camp in June? As I addressed the issue of the opening, and I think it would be very irresponsible for me to make a promise for somebody about summer camp. I have kids, and I understand the predicament that you're in, and I would hate for somebody to promise me something and something doesn't happen. I anticipate that it will be open for summer camp, but I can't promise that. I think it would be irresponsible. So unfortunately, I just urge you to take that information and use it as best you can for your own personal situation. Okay, this is